there, and welcome to my channel. In case this is your first time seeing me, my name is Crystal ENVT, or you can just call me Crystal. The day I am uploading this video is the 1-year anniversary of my first YouTube stream on this channel, and also the start of putting a lot more energy and effort into my YouTube channel in general. A couple months back, I had the thought of, what if I did a retrospective video of why I switched from Twitch to YouTube, and my thoughts on both of the platforms. This is that video. Without too much of a delay, I will say that I will have YouTube chapters for what I'm talking about, so feel free to hop about the video as you see fit. If you do enjoy the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to let me know you'd like to see more of this format in the future. So, what pushed me to switch from Twitch to YouTube? To me, Twitch had had many bad decisions that felt anti-creator, with the final straw that broke the camel's back, quote unquote, being around August 21st of 2022. I'm going to link the blog post down in the description below so that you can read through it yourself. But basically, they announced during a time when people were asking for everyone to have 70-30 split, hey, we're going to remove 70-30 split from our top earners, and instead, they'll earn 50%, 60%, or 70% for a tier 1, 2, or 3 subscription. So it's like, you're taking the people who are making you the most money and cutting away some of what they earn, which doesn't feel right. Especially since like the streamer is the one making all the content for the platform. Another thing that they talk about in that is the costs of streamers based upon a streamer broadcasting 200 hours a month, which is about 50 hours a week, or it's exactly 50 hours a week. Who would be broadcasting 50 hours a week other than those who are doing Twitch full-time, or at least attempting to do Twitch full-time? I stream 16 hours a week, and that's nowhere close to the 50 hours a week. So the costs that they're quoting in that blog post just don't make sense for the broad swaths of streamers, you know? So that's why it felt a little bit weird to me. In addition to this, I'd been interested in streaming on YouTube for a while anyways. I've been kind of going back and forth on it, and I had been wanting to be more consistent with making videos in general. So by streaming on YouTube, I would also feel more incentivized to also produce videos on YouTube. So it was sort of like a win-win, a self-incentivizing component. So those are the two big things that really got me to switch over to YouTube instead of streaming on Twitch. I thought it would be interesting to share a short history of my content creation journey. I was inspired by two of my very earliest YouTube channels that I watched, Paul Soares Jr. and Chimney Swift 11, to start making videos. I loved that they were sharing their experiences and enjoyment with others, and I wanted to try to do that myself. I uploaded my first video to YouTube on January 19th of 2012, which was an episode 0 showing off the spawn area for the Minecraft seed I was planning to make a tutorial world in. I did not actually end up making any other videos for that series. I created my Twitch account on December 31st of 2016 and had my first stream on April 7th of 2017. At this time, I basically dropped off of YouTube uploads completely, as the time to create a 30-minute video was about 3 to 4 hours, and admittedly, I wasn't very happy with the mediocre end results at the time. I was also just starting college in fall 2016, so time was very much a finite resource. I figured that with streaming, I could focus more on the experiences of engaging with an audience and actually playing games, instead of getting burnt out on trying to edit a project. I made my current channel on November 29th of 2016, with various started but incomplete series just due to lack of direction. However, my heavily focused return to YouTube started with my first stream on the platform on September 25th, 2022, and videos started being mostly consistent, being about once a week, on October 10th, 2022. I did take a break for the holidays this past year, but I'm hoping to have more of a backlog this year to help prevent breaks in uploads. So, what were my initial goals with the switch from Twitch to YouTube, and how have my goals shifted over time? My initial goals, I wanted to cut over all of my streams from Twitch to YouTube, I wanted to fully commit to the YouTube way of streaming by having custom thumbnails per VOD instead of Twitch where you don't get to do thumbnails. I wanted to upload at least one video a week. I wanted to try and figure out shorts as a video format on YouTube, and I had a goal of either 50 or 100 subscribers, where I started at about 32 subscribers before my big push. So how did my goals change? Or more appropriately, what did I end up accomplishing for my goals over this past year? My streams were completely cut over from Twitch to YouTube. That was the easiest part to do, admittedly. I mostly committed to the YouTube format of custom thumbnails per VOD. This was mostly accomplished by templating out certain components, and some series had lower effort thumbnails by sharing them across the series. However, by and large, I went and created custom thumbnails per VOD. Instead of uploading one video a week, I uploaded 2 to 3 videos a week. One was Super Auto Pets, in which I had like a consistent challenge that I was trying to do every week. And then it was just like consistent as well as being relatively easy to edit. So it was good for consistently putting something out, basically. And then more recently, I was starting to do one stream highlights video every week. So this is like taking Breath of the Wild that I'm currently working on editing and bring it down into like the best moments, as well as trying to like get the like story of the game across. So it's been a fun editing process that I've been learning. I'm mostly kept consistent with the 2 to 3 videos a week. However, during holidays and a couple of lulls that happened, that kind of broke the consistency. But by and large, I've been keeping consistent with it, and I'm very happy with that. I'm still struggling with the shorts format, like understanding like how to make a good short and like finding the highlights of a video, taking the highlights of the video and converting it from like the 16:9 to the 9:16 video. Like that whole process I'm working through right now. So I'm needing to learn that more still. So I didn't reach that goal, I'd say. Beginning of January this year, so January 3rd of 2023, I made a tweet stating that I was at 70 subscribers. And originally, I was hoping for 150 subscribers by the end of the year. Since we're at 155 now, we've already made that, obviously, and my new goal is 200 by the end of the year. Definitely a stretch goal, but let's shoot for it together, you know? Several months back, I asked if anybody had any questions about streaming and doing YouTube and stuff like that. Like, what questions does an outsider have of what my thought process is, basically? And the common question that I got was, how do I balance my personal life with that of being a streamer and a YouTuber? And so personal life stuff is I have a full-time job, I have multiple partners, all that stuff. So that's the main thing that I want to address here today. If you do have any questions about anything, feel free to drop it in the comments down below. I will try my best to answer everybody. So how I handle this is I have a calendar that I schedule out most of my life on. I need to have this structured out so that I can function. Basically, I have ADHD, and so not having a structure predefined leads to a lot of havoc and chaos in my life. Basically, if I don't have it written down that I'm supposed to do something at this time, I'll just kind of forget that I'm supposed to go and do that important thing. So that's why I put things onto a calendar, basically. So the things that I currently have on my calendar is work appointments, such as dentist and doctor's appointments, when I should go exercise, when my meal times are, and when I should be doing meal prep for the week. game nights with my friends, date nights with my partners, and then each stream, which is on a public calendar, linked below this video and also below every stream, just making it easy for everybody to know when I'm going to be doing that. I have on my calendar the editing time, like when I should go and edit videos, and then not in my calendar, but through a sleep tracking app, I have when I should be sleeping, and that's mostly like, I want to be waking up at this time, I want to sleep for X number of hours, here's when I should go to bed, that sort of thing. So it makes it so that I'm making sure to get enough sleep. Things that I don't currently have scheduled is when I should go and clean up my apartment, and then also just chill, relaxing time, which obviously scheduling chill out time is bad, but right now it just basically fits in around other things. So by scheduling chill time, that just makes sure that I'm giving myself time to relax and not have to worry about anything else, basically. So what are my thoughts on the YouTube ecosystem, quote unquote? This is very much a non-expert's opinion. This is just like what I feel about the 4 areas of YouTube. Those being videos, streams, shorts, and the oft-forgotten community posts. So videos, definitely the core of the platform, obviously. This is what the platform was built upon, and so it's the most built out. Streams are pretty good. They've had improvements in recent years, but still lacking in some areas compared to Twitch. I'll touch on this more in the pros and cons section, but yeah, they're pretty good. I like the streaming format. Shorts, this is just a copy of TikTok. This is the newest feature, and they're pushing it really hard in the algorithm right now because of that. This also makes it apparently a great way to gain subscribers. I wouldn't really know just because I haven't been doing shorts that consistently, but I think it's fine. Like, I'm personally not super invested into shorts, but it's cool that's here, I guess. And then again, the oft forgotten community posts. So I actually really like community posts for basically on the mobile app or a little bit on the website. It's a little bit harder to find on the website, but it's just a good way to let people know what's going on or to ask people questions or opinions. Would you rather watch A or B? You get to share an image about a project that you're working on, or just having like a fun quiz, like, hey, here's something, a quiz about something that's in a video coming up, or hey, here's a quiz for fun little trivia things, you know, like, I like the quizzes feature, and that's probably the newest addition to community posts, so I really like that. Forgotten a lot, but very good, in my opinion. So we've reached the part of the video where I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of streaming on either YouTube or on Twitch. Those are the 2 platforms I streamed on, so those are the 2 that I will talk about. So pros and cons of streaming on YouTube. The pros is that there's a natural cross-pollination between video watchers and live stream watchers. This happens organically just due to having everything in one place instead of trying to have people convert from one platform to the other to like watch all of the content. And then also VODs are immediately available on YouTube without A, waiting for the Twitch exclusivity agreement to expire, and B, needing to double the data for uploading once for the stream basically, and the second time for the VOD, if you're wanting to, you know, put up the ultimate quality render. Cons for streaming on YouTube. I really liked the rating feature of Twitch. Basically, there's no rating on YouTube until you become a part of the YouTube Partner Program. This is part of like an effort for preventing like a bot growth factor or something like that. So I can understand why it exists, but it's also missing out on that community aspect of like wanting to support a fellow streamer. So yeah, I get it, but it also kind of sucks. Another con is needing to pre-plan streams more instead of just hitting the go live button like you do for Twitch. In order to actually hit the YouTube algorithm, you need to put out like the VOD spot 24 hours ahead of time, which it's good that you end up being more part of the algorithm, whereas Twitch doesn't have an algorithm, but it is more effort to pre-plan putting out that VOD, create the thumbnail, create the title, create the description of the VOD, like all these components that you're having to set up for a YouTube stream versus Twitch, go live. Like that's all you need to do. So yeah, a bit of a con. Pros in some ways, but I'd still say it leans more towards con between the two platforms. So I've covered the pros and cons of streaming on YouTube. So what are my thoughts of pros and cons for streaming on Twitch? The pros are, first and foremost, Twitch integrations. Twitch integrations make it so that the games and the stream are more cohesive, that people who are watching the stream can participate in the game to some capacity, whether that's their name as a patron inside of PlateUp, or being able to cause havoc in certain games, or different things like that. Outside of just the game integrations, there's also like on Twitch I was using the Tobii eye tracker integration. Nothing like that exists for YouTube. I could bake the eye tracker into the video itself, but I don't think that's a super great viewing experience, personally. So yeah, it's a shame that there's not something like Twitch integrations available for YouTube. Another pro for Twitch, it is a focused streaming platform. Everyone who is on Twitch is there for streams and just streams, whereas most people on YouTube are there just for videos. Now there's some people who are on YouTube just for streams, and that's great, but Twitch is the streaming site, YouTube is the video site, and then it's a happy accident that people find you on stream. I very much appreciate people who find me on stream, but it's definitely not the first and foremost thought for YouTube. Another pro is a simpler tagging system and an easier go live process. Basically, make title, select game or category if you're doing like just talking or something, and hit go live. That's it. YouTube, it is thumbnail, title, description, all the tags, what game you're playing, what time you plan to go live at, like all these different pieces you have to set up before you go live, and you should be setting it up 24 hours before you plan to go live, so it's a much bigger process for YouTube. And another pro, this might sound like a small thing, but another pro is you can change your category or game midstream. This is important because on YouTube, you either need to start a new stream per game that you're wanting to do, or have no game marked whatsoever. And both of these are bad for viewer retention, and also like cohesiveness of streaming. Like it's just not great. My VTuber debut, I played 4 different games, and I basically just had to mark it with no game because it was 4 different games, and YouTube doesn't have a way to mark that you're playing multiple games. So a little bit unfortunate. Now, cons for streaming on Twitch. The exclusivity agreement. Twitch content can only be on Twitch for 24 hours. Now, there was a slight update in that it's a Twitch-like platform, so you can't have it on YouTube, you can't have it on Kick, but Instagram, I think it's fine, and TikTok, it is definitely fine. So it's like this weird thing, basically, and I don't love it. It's very locking you into a platform, and that's all you can do. The poor streamer payout rates, which is 50-50, awful. YouTube by default, when you reach partner program, is 70-30, and they've also, the YouTube's made some adjustments to make partner program like an early partner program to get into, kind of like affiliate for Twitch basically. And then finally, discoverability is low on Twitch. Basically, you can choose the category or tag, such as LGBT. You can sort by highest or lowest view count, and that's basically all you got. Like, there's not a lot of discoverability available on Twitch. Off Twitch, like, there's putting out a tweet, there's making a post on YouTube that you're planning to go live. Some people will make a short 30-second video that they post saying, hey, I'm live right now, and then they delete the video when they're not live anymore. All these hoops because Twitch doesn't have an algorithm themselves. So yeah, not great. So after all this, what are my final thoughts, and what are my plans for the future? So I started working on this script about 1 to 2 months ago, and this final section I've had blank basically since the start. I've been mulling it over since I started writing the script, and basically the conclusion I came to is that I'm planning to continue streaming on YouTube for the time being. I feel YouTube has a lot great to offer, and especially in recent time, there's been a lot of new people coming in to hang out in the streams and videos, which I super greatly appreciate. It's honestly been really great. To me, the pros of YouTube have been outweighing the cons, and I'm very happy with how things have been going. The two things that I wish YouTube did more like Twitch: IRC chat, basically how the chat system works. Twitch leverages IRC chat, whereas YouTube, it's a completely proprietary chat system. This would allow for better bots, as well as, at the very least, integrations with chat. And then the second thing is better app integration in general, especially with games. Basically, so many games have a Twitch integration, but there's nothing for YouTube. Yeah, those are my thoughts. I plan to be on YouTube. Won't be going back to Twitch, at least for the time being. And yeah, if y'all enjoyed this format of a video, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. It helps me know that you enjoyed this type of video and that I should do some of these talking head pieces a little bit more in the future. So yeah. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye, friends.